Alright, continuing with area and perimeter. The shape we want to look at now is the trapezium. Essentially, a trapezium is a quadrilateral with one pair of parallel sides. A trapezium is a quadrilateral with one pair of what? Parallel sides. Alright? Now, in this diagram here and here, A and B are the what? Parallel sides. So in the two diagrams, A and B are the what? Parallel sides, and H is the what? Height. Or you could say H is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides. Now the area of a trapezium is given by the formula a half A plus B multiplied by H, where A and B are the lengths of the two parallel sides and H is the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides. Let's have a look at example 1. In example 1, we're asked to calculate the area of the trapezium below. Alright? So here the parallel sides are 5 and 9, and the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides is 3. So the area is equal to a half A plus B times H, which is equal to a half. A and B are the parallel sides. In this diagram, the parallel sides are what? 5 and 9. So this is 5 plus 9 multiplied by H, which is what? 3. So this is what? A half times what? 14 times 3. A half of 14 is 7. 7 threes is what? This is 21 centimeters squared. The area of this trapezium is 21 centimeters squared. Now, in example 2, we're told that the area of the trapezium is 63 centimeters squared, and we're asked to calculate the length x. Now, this is a normal question this is a regular question on what? Finding on the area of a trapezium. So, most times the examiner will give you the two parallel sides and the height and ask you to calculate the area. In this question, you are given the area and one of the length of the parallel side and asked to calculate the length of the other parallel sides. Alright? So, normally what I encourage students to do is to write the formula, put in what you know, and work to find what you don't know. The formula is area is equal to what? A half A plus B multiplied by H. So let's put in what we know. It's a half. A and B are the parallel sides. What are the parallel sides? So this is what? X plus 11 times the height, which is what? 7. And that area is equal to how much? Is equal to 63 centimeters squared. So our job now is just to what? To solve this, to find out what is x. Not too difficult. Therefore, this would be, I would say, bring the 7 to the front. 7 into x plus 11 all over 2. All I did was what? Bring the 7 to the front. 7 into x plus 11 over 2 is equal to 63. 63 over 1. If I have one fraction is equal to one fraction, what do I do? Talk to me now. Cross multiply, so this becomes what? 7 into x plus 11. When we multiply something by 1, it remains the same. And this is equal to 2 times 63, which is 126. If I wanted to, I could have divided straight, but let us apply distributive law first. So if I apply distributive law, I would what? 7 times x is what? 7x. 7 times 11 is 77. This is equal to 126. Positive 77 goes over and become what? Negative. So 7x is equal to 126 minus 77. Therefore, 7x is equal to When you subtract this, what do you get? So 23 plus 26 is what? 50, 49? 49. Then 49. What is the last step?
So you have to divide both by 7.
Divide both sides by 7. So here x is equal to 7 centimeters. The length of x is 7 centimeters. Did you get it? Alright, let's talk about the parallelogram. The parallelogram is a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. All shapes which are bounded by 4 straight lines. If you have a shape that is bounded by 4 straight lines, that shape is a parallelogram. No, sorry, that shape is a quadrilateral. No, a parallelogram is also a what? A quadrilateral. It is bounded by 4 straight lines. Some properties of a parallelogram. Opposite sides of a parallelogram are equal and what? Parallel. So the length of this side and the length of this side is the same. So if this is A, the length of this is A, the length of this is also what? If the length of this is B, the length of this up here is also what? So the length of opposite sides of a parallelogram are the what? Same. Opposite sides are parallel and what? And equal. Hear this. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Adjacent angles would be like alpha and theta, theta and alpha, alpha and theta. Adjacent angles are supplementary. And supplementary here means that they add up to 180 degrees. So theta plus alpha is 180 degrees. Alpha here plus theta is what? 180 degrees. Theta here plus alpha. Adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Opposite angles are equal. So this is alpha here. The one across to the other side is also what? Alpha. If this is theta here, the one across the opposite side is also what? Theta. The area of a parallelogram is equal to what? B times H. So B is just the length of one side, and H is the what? The height. The area is also equal to what? AB sine theta. Where A and B are the what? 2 sides, and theta is the angle between them. A and B would be the what? 2 sides, and theta is the angle between them. Let's have a look at example 3. In example 3, we're asked to calculate the area of the parallelogram below. Alright? No, there is no height. Height is usually associated with what? The right angle. If there's no right angle, there is what? No height. So I don't have height. But I have an angle here. The angle here is what? I know this side is what? And I know this side is what? 5 meters. Alright, but tell me now. For me to use this formula, I must know what? The length of what? 2 sides and the angle between them. Help me. If this is 5, what is this over here? This is also what? 5. So now I know 2 sides, don't it? And the angle between them is what? The area is equal to what? AB sine theta. Where A and B are the lengths of the what? The lengths of the what? 2 sides. And theta is the angle between them. So this is what? 5 times what? 9 times the what? The sine of what? 135 degrees. This is 45 sine 135 degrees. Alright? Put that in the calculator and press equal. 31.819. So let's go what? That is what? 31.8. And this is what? Meters squared. Do you know that we can also work it from this side? And I bet you that you get the same answer. If this is 135, what is this here? Remember, these 2 angles must add up to what? 180. So if this is 135, what is this one here? Talk to me now.
45.
This is 45 degrees. So using this side, it's what? 5 multiplied by 9 times the sine of what? 45 degrees. We're testing to see if the answer is going to come out to be the same. So the area is equal to what? AB sine theta. A and B are two sides. A and B are two what? Adjacent sides. And theta is the angle between them. So this is what? 5 times 9 times the sine of what? 45 degrees. This is what? 45 sine 45 degrees. Don't read yet. Now, if what I'm saying is true, the area must come out to be the same. Because the area of a shape doesn't change. This shape, if I calculate the area one way and then another way, the two areas must come out to be the what? The same. Because the area is what? Is fixed. The shape is fixed, the area is what? Also what? Fixed. So put this down in the calculator and press equal and tell me if you're going to get the same thing. 45 sine 45, then press equal. What did you get?
Same thing, so 31.8.
This is 31.8 meters squared. Alright, I don't need to tell you this, but essentially the reason why it worked is because the sine of 45 and the sine of 135 is the same. That's not a knowledge you need to have, but the sine of 45 and the sine of 135 is the same. That is why it works. Now, let's just have a look at the rhombus. We won't do a question on it, but we'll just look at the rhombus. The rhombus is sort of like a type of parallelogram. The rhombus is a type of what? Parallelogram. Alright, now, the major difference between a rhombus and let's say, a regular parallelogram is this. For the rhombus, all four sides are equal. Another quadrilateral in which all four sides are equal is like the square. So the rhombus, for the rhombus, all four sides are equal. So this is B, this is B, this is B, and this is also what? All four sides are equal. What else? Opposite sides are parallel. So this side and this side over here, they are what? Parallel. This side up here and this side down here are parallel. The diagonals bisect each other at right angles. So the diagonals here, they bisect each other at right angles. So I could call this, let's say, diagonal 1, and I could call this, let's say, diagonal 2. The diagonals bisect each other at right angles. Which shape does this remind you of? It reminds you of a kite. So also, well, I'll tell you from the formula here, we'll see that what? That the rhombus is a special type of kite. Can you give me another shape that is a special type of kite? The square is also a special type of kite. Alright, opposite angles are equal. So this angle here, so as I said, it is a parallelogram, you understand? So some of the what properties of the parallelogram are also true about the what? The rhombus. Opposite angles are what? Equal. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Alright? So that is there. Like the parallelogram, the area is BH. See here, same thing, BH. B times H. The area is what? B squared sine theta. Same idea. But this will be A and this is B for the parallelogram. For the rhombus it's B and B. And B times B is what? B squared. Good. So this is B squared sine theta. The area of the parallelogram is also equal to a half D1 times D2. This is the formula for the area of a kite. And the parallelogram is a special type of kite. So if I know the length of the diagonal of the rhombus, the area is a half D1 times D2. The perimeter is equal to what? 4B. Remember, the word perimeter means distance around. To find the perimeter of a shape, you must add up the length of all the sides. The rhombus has 4 sides and they're all equal to what? B. B plus B plus B plus B is what? 4B. The perimeter of the rhombus is 4B. Alright?